Hi, welcome back to Echocraft Season 6, where last episode we built this lovely tunnel with this lovely centipede, and it was a wonderful time. But today we have major things to deal with. First of all, we have a game that we finished and calculated the results of and didn't actually distribute the reward. And with that game ending, we need a new use for shulkers, so it's probably time that we set up a shulker shop. But I don't have a design, and I really don't feel confident about building industrial from scratch in survival. So I'm over here in my creative world, and I'm ready to design a shulker shop. But first, let's look at what my inspiration is. So I've continually come back to this image, and I'll link the artist in the description if I can figure out who it is. I'm kind of just in love with the color scheme and the vibe of it, but I want to build something more warehouse-like, because, you know, you're storing a lot of items, you're buying shulkers, that sounds like a warehouse to me. So it just kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think that this vibe just kind of fits it perfectly. So let's jump over into the creative world and figure out our palette. I think that these 4 blocks capture that color scheme perfectly. I'm gonna hate myself about this, but I think that this could work pretty darn well. So I'm just gonna start laying out a shape for this shop. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with this concept. I'm just gonna make it an actual building, and then we can start working on it on the Echocraft server. And Past Gem in her infinite wisdom muted her mic, so I'm gonna have to reenact whatever happened, I guess. So I'm over here at my section of the shopping district, and I think I've found the perfect spot to lay out this build. You see, it's very similar to what Tree has going on over here, so I think it's kind of perfect to just put it right next door. Anyway, yeah, let's get to building. And really conveniently, I actually had everything I needed already laying around, bar just the copper, which was annoying. But yeah, let's get in the time lapse and build this thing. God, trying to reenact old footage is very weird. And I gotta say, I was so disorganized while recording this episode. This whole time lapse I had to do twice. Yeah, this is the second time I was building this build. I did pause my time lapse midway through and didn't remember where I paused it, so I just tore down the whole thing and restarted. Which, you know, is not the most efficient way of doing things, but I needed to make sure the video was good, and considering this was like the main thing we're doing today, I kind of had to. And with that, we have a pretty nice exterior. The only thing is, it's not quite as dilapidated as the one immediately next door, which I think I'm gonna have to address at some point, but for now, I think we're just gonna have to put up with it, because there's a slightly more pressing issue. Yeah, there's nothing in here. So yeah, let's get some shelves and shulkers and all sorts of stuff. I've got all these materials, so let's get to it. Alright, well, with that shelf in place, we have our interior design done. We have our introduction here, we've got all of our shelves, but we still don't have our actual product, and I'm definitely not going to make people dig through all of these chests. And I think that we could do something cooler, in fact, if we just stack up a bunch of shulkers. So let's go gather some shulker shells. That was such a satisfying noise. Okay, so we've got our interior in here, and all things considered, I'm very happy with it. But of course we have that thing to address. I've let Shulker Boxes trail on for way longer than I ever should have. This thing right here is long overdue. We have been sitting on this pile of diamonds for a long time, and we've known the winner for quite a long time as well. So I think we need to jump into a creative world and design a little trophy or something to give to the winner. So there is a part of me that wants to just take the trophy that we already built and use it. But what if we just redesigned it with like a goldish? There we go. That looks great. I really like that. What if these were the shulkers though? That looks better because it's kind of like a gradient up. Our second place, I think we can just steal this trophy. I think we should make one smaller trophy for third place, which will just get a refund of the diamonds. there we go. That's our 3 little trophies. We're gonna make a lectern for each of them to say like, hey, congrats. All right, let's make them on the Echocraft server. You guys don't think it's weird for me to give myself a trophy, do you? Because I'm giving myself a trophy. All right, so first of all, kind of awkwardly, I'm 3rd place. So I guess I'm gonna build a trophy for myself. This feels a little narcissistic, but the rules are the rules, I suppose. Hi, Jem. All right, here's our first trophy. Hi, Jem. Congrats on 3rd place in Shulker Boxes with a cumulative 69 days, 13 hours, and 46 minutes. This one felt awkward to write, I gotta be honest. So yeah, there's the scoreboard, and we've got 2 more to deliver. Here we are at Pokey's... this, I guess. Yeah, he hasn't quite gotten all that far, but I think we're gonna put the trophy around here. And here's the trophy. And here we are at Swearow's house, where we can leave our last trophy. And do you mind? Do you mind? Could you die quieter? Thank you. And there we go. We've got our last trophy delivered, including the IOU and Echo Shards. Great game, and I'm so happy for it to be over, though. Maybe it'll come back, though. Well, with all that shulker stuff out of the way, we have a little bit of a deal to make. For now, we need to move back to our landscape way over that way. And by that, I mean we need to talk about some materials. So let's go talk to the owner of the Prismarine shop, who just so happens to need magma cream from me. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I have I have 3 shulkers of magma cream. You said 3 chests, so I don't know if you meant 3 double chests or not, but I prepared 3 shulkers of magma cream for you.
No, this will be plenty.
Lovely.
Wow, thank you. Yes.
And
yeah, this is a board that I'll probably ever need.
That's great news. Because getting it is really annoying because I now have a double chest of shulkers full of frog lights. I have a request of you. You see,
okay.
my build, I'm gearing towards starting my cathedral, right? And you may have seen, I don't know how much you've seen of my plans, but I'm in dire need of Prismarine. Because I need bulk Prismarine, and I don't think it makes sense for you to just buy out your shop every like 5 minutes.
If you want, I'll show you where I get the source. I'll show you the source.
The source.
Yeah.
But yeah.
For a small prize.
For a small price. I see.
You have the Shulker farm, right?
I do, yes.
Okay, maybe just a like a single use price, like just a single one time.
Oh, sure.
Price. Like
that seems
perhaps?
totally reasonable. Yeah.
Oh wow! Gosh, I've never seen this many shells in my life. Maybe just like I was thinking, like 3 or 4 stacks. What is it? How are you? Is that fair?
That seems reasonable. Yeah. 4 stacks seems totally reasonable.
4 stacks of shells. Oh my gosh, I'm so wealthy. 3 shulkers of magma.
So, long story short, I ended that interaction with these 2 compasses that point to Ike's squid farm and his guardian farm, and permission to use both of them, which is perfect. That means we have almost everything we need to start working on my main base for the season. I'm super excited for this, but that'll have to wait. So this was when I finished editing episode 10, at which point I decided to take a bit of a break from the server, which led me to come back to some shenanigans. It's been a bit since I was last here, and Tram's built a lot of trees. The spawn region has become genuinely phenomenal, and I signed up to provide maps here and to decorate this a little more with foliage, but that's not what we're doing right now. Oh, yeah, my skin's different. Don't worry about it. What we're actually here for is right over here, where we have a bit of a wood shop war. There's a temp wood shop, 1 stack for 2 diamonds, more sales equals better. Guys, I cannot speak today. And then there's over here, we sell better wood, 1 stack, 2 diamonds, organically machine farmed. I want to get in on this. I own a wood farm. I own multiple wood farms. Why am I not in on this? So I'm here in my creative world where we're going to design a betterest wood shop. And the design process is going to start where else but Pinterest.com. We love Pinterest.com. Yeah, Yeah. If I build something of this sort, if I build a tree of this sort of shape, like one of these ancient oak trees, that'll be perfect. We're not using a Minecraft build as a reference though. Hang on. All right, this is perfect. Let's hop in the creative world. And over here in the creative world, I want to show off something that Knight showed me recently that I think is one of the coolest things ever. If I go into my Axiom menu, and then here it is, and I can resize it, and here's the best part. I can show it in game UI, so that if I exit out, it's in the corner. It'll just sit in the corner. This is the best day of my life. Anyway, let's get to building. But quite honestly, the actual designing process was kind of boring. I didn't really say anything all that interesting, and you'll see the build in the world anyway. So let's just jump back onto the Echocraft server. Okay, so we're over back in the world, and I decided I'm not gonna build it there because it's kind of in the path of what seems like it's about to be a road. So I found a placement, and if I toggle my rendering on, it's gonna be right here. And thanks to Will for, and he lent me the stick, so thanks. But are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good talk. I'm gonna gather materials. Bye-bye. Also, what is this? Hello? Wait, does this stay on my screen forever? How do I get rid of it? I only just noticed this. I need to get rid of it. It's on my screen and I can't open my Axiom menu because I'm in survival. How did I record a full clip without noticing that? So, I've gathered all the materials. The only thing I had to gather was dark oak logs. So like, yeah, it was really convenient. I had to gather basically nothing. It was phenomenal. But we have the schematic placed, we have all of our materials, and I'm ready to build a wood shop, shall we? And building this shop was really quick, actually. From opening Minecraft to actually having it built fully on the server was only 4 hours, which is incredible for me, especially considering I had basically zero vision for what I was building. I feel very good about it. The only thing is I did have to build it twice because I forgot flashback again. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of this. I would be a lot more happy with it if it weren't for the fact that I built it twice. Yeah, I messed up the flashback again, but yeah, this is super cute. But here's the thing, right? I could go to my wood farm, but that's not as funny as just buying out these wood shops. I have a plan. Night, I have a very important request. I have a very important request. I need to know. How much could I pay you for a Shulker Box of jungle wood? 3 bottles. Oh, that's really Night. I'm sorry. I have terrible news. I actually don't have my bottle shulker on me, so I guess this will have to do. Yeah, that'll have to suffice. I hope that's acceptable. Okay, bye Night. Bye. Well, that was easy. I think I just became a wood middleman that takes 0 cut. I guess it was funny, so it's fine, but... Okay, so we have all the wood we need, I think. At least we have some wood that we need. And perfect. We have our own log shop. Wood shop successfully stocked. But yeah, with that, I think that this is where we're going to leave off this episode. I appreciate you guys for watching and being patient with me in between this and the previous episode. There's been a lot going on, but I have almost everything done for the next episode, so hopefully that'll be within like the next week or so. I'm very pleased with what I've done for that episode, and I think you're gonna like it a lot. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the shop building episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!